So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to match number 2 on day 1 here of our 2025 Grand Finals. We're now moving on after an under-16 competition. Just taking a quick pause for the Irish National Anthem. As I was saying, welcome back to Game 2 on Day 1 of our 2025 Volleyball Grand Finals. Last game up, we had our Under-16 Finals. Dalkey Devils coming out winners against Kilkenny Volleyball Club, or Kilkenny Spartans, should I say. Moving on now, we have our Under-18 girls, which is Munster Thunders versus Santry Comets. Unfortunately, we have similar scenarios as Kilkenny lost their setter in training last night, and similar happened with Santry Comets, losing one of their players as a middle to injury. Awful to see these things happen. I'm sure they were excited to play, but always great supporters from the bench, always pushing their teams on. It is just myself this time here commentating. Erica Fattini, who joined me in the last match, is down there sidelines coaching. So you're stuck with me for this one. Players to possibly look out for in this game is Libero number 10 for Santry Comet, Molly Hughes, part of our regional development squad last year, graduating through it and being a very tenacious Libero. Nicole Budgets is another one. Was in our RDC last year, joined in our youth national training group. Number 19, Lena Phillips. One of our other RDC athletes. So Santry being quite stacked. 25, Alex Seary is another. So looking for lots of defense, tenacity. As we kind of talked about the last game, a difference in contrast of styles. I envision the Santry Comets team hustling on defense, touching a lot of hard attacks, which brings us over to the Munster Thunder side. There's quite a lot of power there. More height, big swings. Probably one to look for will be number 18, Juliana Bagosi. Had some wonderful hitting lines at the beginning. We have some national team players or training team players with Fatima Sanchez, Sophia Lynch. So, do we have any predictions in the live chat? What do you think? Is it going to be a Munster sweep? Is it going to be a comeback from Comets? definitely see the crowd starting to filter in a little bit more for this game. Santry being a local club, Munster Thunder's taking the trip up. And it will be Santry Comet to get us underway here in this under-18 girls final. First serve is going to be setter Samantha Caldamo. Out of system from the first ball. Great angle, gets a bit of rub of the green. Trickles over that net and down. You just see turning that wrist, getting that angle away from the body. Quite hard for defenders to react to that. Santry's first chance for side out. Goes for the tip short. Duggan scramble. Long ball looking for that end line. Just looped too far. Referee correctly calling out. Big breath out by Lena, trying to calm herself before unleashing pretty quick line serve, knocking Munster out of system again, off the net swing. Molly Hughes eating that up. Nicole on the wrist away swing, dug by Fatima Sanchez, goes back to her. Block out. Nice to see our referee not even flinching on that one, keeping his eye firmly on the ball. And now Munster Thunders have their pocket rocket, Sophia Lynch, ready to go on serve. Coming out to the sideline, cross free ball. Smart tip by Sanchez. Off the net, line swing. We're off, they go diagonal and long. Great option, not the most perfect set in the world, still a good one, but the Munster Thunder attacker just deciding to err on the side of risk and go long into the corner. So first serve was a bit tentative from Lynch. Goes harder on this one. Just catches the turn of Hughes. One of those ones where as it comes to you at that height, you're kind of, is it in, is it out? That split second makes all the difference in getting your platform out early to it. What do we think? Does Lynch go harder again? Starting to build in confidence. Definitely. 2 in a row on Libero Hughes. Asking the coach, asking her fellow players for a little bit of support to say, is that ball in or out? The reception line deciding to change up and drop deeper. Does Lynch go for the same ball, or does she try to exploit that space closer at the net? Drops it shorter, pass by Phillips. Ball out to the right, it's a free ball. Munster Thunder come on the attack again. There is a touch on the block. It's recycled, long again. So this is a little bit of a defensive structure thing that you're looking. 11 from Munster Thunder. Lauren O'Connor. Twice now, swinging long into 5. Difficult place to defend. As a defender, you always imagine that ball dropping in front of you, going with your arms. When it catches you long like that, the decision has to be, do I keep my hands up, or do I just step further back? Scramble D, couldn't get it out of the net. So that'll be a sigh of relief for Santry Comets to finally get that side out. Score is 6-2, or 2 serving 6. And if you don't want to let Munster Thunder start to get an early charge, there needs to be a push from serve and defense now. Great reply. Same sort of thing. You see that distance, that height, catching the ball up on the shoulder height of the player with that curiosity, deciding, is it in, is it out, should I play it? So number 17, Karina on serve. Good length. Out of system for Munster. Free ball chance. Phillips doesn't get it to the net, but she gets the swing out of the pipe. Knocks Munster hugely out of system. They're in scramble. Now Santry have a chance to go on transition. Tip through the middle. Defended by the setter. Sanchez takes the second set. Early on the approach, but finds a way to roll it in. They take out Munster Thunder setter again. Great out of system play. Maybe could be swinging on that. It's tight. Rolls deep into the corner. What a hustle. They get their 3 touches, but not able to send it over. Serving again by Karina. So Libero gets it up. Back set, but not in front of Sanchez. Has to free ball it. Nicole, long swing. Referee judges out. No touch by Lynch. It's a good swing, but sometimes you just have to play your geometry and angles. Swinging into mid-court 6 by Nicole would probably err on the side of caution to go longer into the corner in 5. It just gives you that more court to aim for. Okay. Good pass by Alex. Gets the ball in return. It's a little bit of maybe wondering, was the set low or was Alex slightly off timing after taking that short pass? Goes back. Good swing. Dug up by Lynch. Ball goes wide to O'Connor. And dropped into that donut zone between the 2 lines. Lindsay does a great job to get there. It was just an even better free ball. That brings us to 9-5. Great serve by number 21, Lauren. Out of system, free ball. Gets the dig as well. What an up and down ball. Nicole going longer in the diagonal this time, causing stress for the Munster defense. Can't control it. Ball traveling outside of the antenna and outside of the court, bringing us back to 6-9. Can they get another one? Lauren goes into 5. Back to O'Connor. Phillips with the dig. Out to Nicole. Perfect dig in system by Lynch. Back to O'Connor on the outside. Goes line this time. Great decision to go line. You know, 3 times going cross, winning points. Alex Sirvi gets there into the diagonal block, but by herself, it's just too many different options to squeeze that ball down the line. Nice decision by O'Connor. Sanchez to serve. Up by Song. Gets the ball back onto the net. Great job to get that ball there. Libero brings us to the 3 meter. And O'Connor into 5. Well left by Song. So this is what Santry need to do. Start winning some break points to position themselves for the mid-game fight. Another out-of-system ball leading to a free ball. Perfect defensive dig. Sirvi with the attack. Sanchez with the dig. Goes through short middle roll. Miscommunication, but we're still going, folks. O'Connor with a tip. One-arm dig scramble. Sanchez trying to control. Great dig from the setter into the libero. Line shot by Phillips, dug again by Sanchez, and a free ball. This is a big one, folks. Nicole out of the back row. Not a bad decision per se, just she just had a long way to go on that. Almost starting on the end line. So line serve, dug straight by Phillips. Plays the free ball mid-court. Setter comes off the net, leaves the ball forward. Big swing by Lynch. So Lauren O'Connor serving, 12 serving 7. Perfect pass by Song. Back to Sylvie. Ball was good. A little optimistic on how steep she can hit. Set from Kodamo was pretty good. And a good timeout call by Santry Comets. Coach Helois Montigi having a little chat with her setter. Maybe just trying to say, get that ball a little bit higher. Give the hitters time to see it. You know, despite the score being 13-7, I think it's been a pretty tight affair. Munster Thunder scrambling probably more than what I had anticipated. Although being critical, that's partly due to the amount of free balls that Comets are playing over. So we've come out of the timeout. O'Connor to serve again. Goes line. Phillips leaving it. Not sure if she thought it was long, or maybe it was responsibility of the libero to take. They're just having a quick chat on who's responsible for the ball between. Nice to always see from players to do that. Doesn't need the coach to do too much. Players take responsibility themselves, saying, when that happens again, I got it. Goes cross this time, short on Nicole. Great set to 2 for Siri. Just finding the net tip. It's close. Dig off the net. Going high ball on the outside to Phillips. Good block touch. It's up. We have a pancake from Sanchez. Free ball pushed in. We go wide again to Phillips. The block again, but it stays and recycles. Free ball long. Scramble play now. Drop short on the outside, making that transition approach harder. Siri with the tip. It does knock Munster into a bit of panic. Coming from back row 1. Too easy for Sanchez. Set goes out and Lynch going mid-court, but getting lucky. Got the touch off Siri. Siri lined it up really well. Just a bad touch off the arm. Enough power off the swing from Lynch to go block out. There's another one from Phillips. This one's down. Ref making a good call there. You do see the reaction differences in the team. The pancake before wasn't too much complaining or gesticulating from either team. This time, as soon as the ball, there's some points and cheers from the Santry Comet side. Clips the tape. Overpass by Sanchez. Chance for Comets to attack. Nice idea from Phillips. She sees that open space on the other side. Was going for that roll shot into forward. Ball's just a little too flat. Nora Mateus on serve. Targeting that front row outside. Quite a good tactic at youth levels. Mostly looking at that the front row outside gets most of the sets to attack. And if you can disrupt the rhythm of their approach by dropping that ball in there, you kind of nullify the opposition's attack power. Deciding to go short on 2 this time. It was good reaction and touch by Hughes. Just couldn't get the thumbs in underneath it. Goes again. Short on the right side on Hughes. Great ball to the right side. Phillips stays with the same decision to go sharp into 4. Changes the technique up. Personal standpoint from my view here in the gantry, great decision to go for it twice, looking to find it and exploit it. Just getting unlucky with the contact of the ball. We go middle, block and recycled. Munster celebrating a wee bit too early on that one, but we're still live here. Outside to Lynch. Referee says, just long. Good serve by Caldum. Even better set by Sanchez, and the wrist away by Lynch, finding that area 4. Possibly showing Phillips. Is this what you were trying? Three-meter pass. Dropping it into the setter. Second setter Sanchez jumping in. Long by Sanchez. Too long. On those last 2 long balls from Sanchez, as I spoke earlier, one of my coaching idioms, no spin, no win. Long by Lena. Ball had plenty of speed on it. Too high a trajectory. So, second timeout by Santry Comet. Nothing so much you can really say as a coach at this point of the game at 22-10. Trying to get them back into this one, but it's about calming the nerves, getting back onto your system and structure of play for the next set. I'm sure Santry Comets kind of feel they're not playing their own game at the moment. Obviously, this is due to the pressure put on them by Munster Thunders. Serving 10. Sophia Lynch on serve. Goes for the top spin. Normally has a pretty good float. Don't know if that was decision or if she just mishit the ball. So long in 6. Libero struggles. Again, we've seen it multiple times in both matches so far. These serves that are going longer into the end of court, difficult to judge and deal with, just causes hesitation. And you gotta have your arms out and formed an angle before you play it. Seeing some of the Santry Calypso Premier girls in the crowd there, just pulling my own trademarked ace dance. here supporting their fellow Santry compatriots. So timeout by Munster Thunders now, just to stop the energy momentum building with the Santry Comets, coming back till 13-22. Obviously, the more points that Santry can get, I think it'll take almost a miracle to come back and win this set. Not impossible, but it'll take a lot. However, every point they can make to give them that increase of energy going into the second set is huge. Karina on serve for Santry Comets. Short on Lynch. Back set to Sanchez. And Sanchez, first big swing of the game, diagonal. Libero setter Caldum just couldn't get to it. Maybe expecting that ball to come longer. So we have a change from Munster Thunders. 14, Neen Queely coming out. 18, Julia Bagosi coming in for serve. Pass by Song. Going back, it's in. We're still going. Scramble by Thunder. Drops that free ball short. Both players going for it, better both than none. Dig by Bagosi. Referee calling double from the set. No, carry. Apologies, okay. So obviously it's one of these things in volleyball. Definition is that the ball should rebound. It's getting that smooth contact out of the hands, that you're always moving up, that it's not staying in there as a prolonged contact. Serve into one. Setter comes off the net. Quicker out of the hands this time after the referee telling her. Unfortunately, going with double contact on Sanchez, tries to attack it, trickles down into the net. So Comet starting to believe. Serve down the middle. Bagosi with the pass out of court. Sanchez brings it back in. We got free ball. Siri puts it behind her, but we're still going. Long into 6. Dug by Lynch. O'Connor with a line swing. It's high for Phillips. Great chase by Song. A for effort. And apart from this arena looking beautiful, these Tarflex floors are lovely to dive on. Sanchez serving for first set point. Goes straight down the middle. Phillips can't redirect it into court. And that's 1-0 to Munster Thunders, finishing 25-15. So if you're just joining us, Munster Thunders taking that first set, it might seem like a big difference, 25-15, that it was maybe hard for Comets, but positive note of them climbing back from 10 up till 15. The Santry crowd doing their best to push on. Wonderful to always see the sense of club camaraderie. So we have some words of wisdom from Denise Talon in the corner there, talking to Phillips, saying, you know, you were trying to get in behind that ball, but we got to redirect it back in. Denise Talon being a legend of the game herself. So Munster Thunder's getting a stern, passionate team talk by Coach Erica Fattini. I'm sure it's focusing the players, saying that's one, we want two. One of the big parts of leadership is holding people to standards, focusing them back on it, and I think that's probably the direction Fattini was going in there. I think on the other side for Comets, the leadership style is probably not so much focusing on the standards and to do it better, but probably more on motivating and supporting to try and get the girls back to how they can play. Just noticing both teams being eagerly watched on by our women's senior national coach, Mark Delahunty. Always nice to see the national team coaches taking an interest in what we put on here with, you know, the best under 18 girls in the country. Doesn't miss an opportunity, Mark. Santry Comets lining up on the same side of the stands that have all their fans in it. Let's see if that can give them a little extra boost. The hard one for them was quite a lot of receive errors. Kind of takes the wind out of your sails as a team. Underway in the second set. Dig by Hughes. It's low, but turned well back into court. Swing by Nicole. What's the referee saying? In. It was a close one. Teams look unchanged on both sides. Caldom to serve, and rotation error called on Munster Thunders. What are we waiting for here? Team lining up again. Caldum to serve. Libro gets turned this time. Ball might have been going out, but she makes the decision to play it. Ball up to the middle, dug by Lynch. Out wide to Sanchez, can only stand and roll it. Dig by Setter. Libro comes in. Off the net, so we play free. Lynch going hard cross. Blocker was there, read the angle really well. Just that long, flat attack from Lynch going into the corner. When it touches the block, it just causes it to ricochet. Up by Hughes. High and wide, and Lauren Bagiana, also showing that she can wipe the ball off the block. Often commonly known as tooling the block. Phillips on serve, goes long in one. Lynch getting choked up on that one. And somehow, number 7, Elisa, finds a way to just squeak that ball under the block of Santry Comet's middle blocker. So, and for her reward, Elisa gets to serve. It was a good throw. You could see from this angle that the ball just comes off the side of her hand. So Karina to serve for Comets. Goes short on 5. Setter goes back to Sanchez, too wide. She rescues it legally between the antennas. Wonderful set by Callum, going sideways, keeping that ball inside the antenna. Sanchez running a little early, but finds the ball to go long. Great decision making. It is one of those fine margin skills, kind of like a striker in football, bending their run to stay onside. They have to they expect the ball to be in a certain place, but when it comes differently, you just have to hold your approach, hold that run. Sometimes making a different choice selection rather than trying to hit into the ground, just to go longer, make it hard for the defense. Comes out on serve, and it's a clean ace. Just between, wonderful into the channel between players from 1 and 6. Ball just rolled up and long. So Santry comes to serve. We have Lawrence serving 5-4. Shanked by Sanchez, recovered by Lynch. Only good enough for a free ball. Song puts it right into the setter. Tipped by Santry. Great idea. Seen all that open space. Just too heavy a contact for it to drop in on the sideline. Maybe not being the most efficient or potent as an attacker, but decision making has been great on what to do. Just sometimes gets unlucky doing all the right things. Santry's Nicole serving. Jump float into 6. Lynch takes over. Doesn't get the setup to get a swing. Does that give Santry a chance to swing themselves? It does. The ball died a little inside. Needs to be more of an adaptation in the approach for the hitter to get their feet to the ball rather than letting it drop inside the shoulder. Short on Nicole, rescued by Caldum, and free ball. Maybe could have swung at that. It's just nerves after making the last error, but you're giving Munster the chance to swing. This time Phillips finds the ball across into 4, beats the blockers into reaching too far, and making a net violation. Fancy way of saying she touched the net. So Santry on serve. Into 1, Libero, we overpassing, it's tight, contacts the ball, contacts the net just outside the antenna, which makes the ball out. So we can rescue the ball. out of the net, but it has to contact between the antennas. Conversely, if you want to get picky, as an attacker, you can touch the outside of the net, outside the antenna, and it's not a net touch. So we go into the middle, tip on the setter, takes them out of system. Lynch goes for the out of system swing and gets the point. So it's a good reaction from Santry, just couldn't deflect the ball upwards so someone can come in and set. Pass by Nicole. A little bit of confusion between her and Phillips on who should take it. They're just getting in each other's way. So Comet's putting up a good fight, but these little reception errors are just costing them energy, momentum. Great swing by Phillips. This is what they can do. So there's a wonderful phrase in German, kein Annahme, kein Kekse, which Annahme is reception and volleyball means no reception, no cookies. And this is what Santry are having to deal with right now. They're not getting the reception, they're not getting the attack out of it. Great swing, roll it into two, dig by Lynch, gets the ball back. Dig by Nicole, also gets it back. Drops. Maybe one of those ones for the Munster Thunders to think of. She's quite far off the net to take a step up, be aggressive, take that ball. It's traveling a long way from where she is. That's bringing us to 10 serving 8. Up by Libero, middle stepping in the set. It's clean. The roll shot down the line by Sanchez. Dig by Hughes. Phillips deciding not to risk on the swing. Set going out. Referee calling a double. And Munster Thunder calling a timeout. It is one of these things as refs we are told or encouraged to look for spin being indicative of unclean contacts. Doesn't mean there is. A little bit of top spin I'm quite happy with. But as soon as the ball starts going spinning sideways, or what a lot of them refer to as a helicopter, yeah, it kind of has to be called. Out, 18 in. So O'Connor off for Bagosi. Maybe coming in just trying to stabilize the passing. Served by Caldum. 3 meters, goes back to Lynch again. Holds her approach, waits. Even though the ball wasn't perfect, it's still in front of her. Decently located by Caldum to leave that ball. Nicole swinging a little too far. So Lynch serving. Score is 9-12. Passed up by Hughes. Only enough to get out of system. Big swing by Phillips. There was a touch on the block to deflect that. Set goes wide. Bagosi with a roll shot into the middle of court. Maybe expecting a hard hit to come at them. Just changes up the speed, puts it between the lines. Lynch again, puts a little bit more on it. Well dodged by Hughes. Santry Comet's having a little bit of confusion of who's serving next, so captain asking. Everything's good, and we're underway again. Great flat serve by Phillips, puts the Libero under pressure. They get the free ball. Passed in well, off the block, recovered by Setter. Big swing on the line by Bagosi, dug by Caldum. Up by Hughes, not able to get a swing on that. It's tight, it's tight. First big swing by Bagosi puts the ball down in 6. What a flat serve. Probably millimeters off from clipping the tape, dropping just behind the 3-meter lines. Going for a short serve again, well up by the middle to take that. Often something I like from my middles is that if the ball touches the tape or drops in, that's their ball. Going back to Sanchez, having to hold her approach. Rolls long, dug by Hughes. Going out to Nicole. Wrist away to Bagosi. Goes back to Bagosi. Dug by Caldum. Huge rally here. Lynch passes it in perfectly. They go to the middle. It's a little behind her, so she rolls into 6. Caldum out to the oppo. Dug by Lynch. Off the net. Rolled again by Bagosi. Smart decision. Green, big swing, dug by Setter, out of system. We're scrambling. Out to Bagosi again, swings on the line. You have to wonder if Caldum was there to get that dig again. Obviously the blocker wants to try and get a touch on that, not getting far enough out. But what a rally, folks. More, please. And after going on a 3-serving streak, 1 ace, 1 short on the middle, eventually comes up short for Eliza. So Karina to serve for Santry Comets. Goes straight down the middle. Lovely lateral dig by Bagosi. Goes line again. Caldum's just eating those. Problem is, though, you don't got someone on court to set it once she digs. Goes back to Sanchez. It's inside. Tips smartly. Big swing on the oppo. Dug by Lynch. Bagosi coming line again. Maybe could have went cross court on that one. Just trying to force it. Apologizes to her setter. So 15 serving 13. Into Lynch, tight on the net, having the bump set, way off. Karina comes in, goes to Servey. The referee judges there was a touch on the block, over by Lauren. Dig by Lauren, up by Caldon. Nicole looking for the line, just turns it too much. Tell you what, don't know about you folks at home, but I am quite entertained by this game today. Sanchez to serve. Right down the middle. Dropping low. Making it hard for Phillips to get under the ball and not being able to get recycled out of the net. It's just the speed, the trajectory. It's difficult for receivers to deal with that. And there is, you know, variance. Everything has averages. Sometimes a little up, sometimes a little down. That serve being a little down into the net. So, Lorin serving for Santry Comets. 16-15, looking to make it 17-15. Dug by Lynch. Scramble. And again, it's one of these things, you know, the teams, both of them fighting and working well. I guess my wish now to make it even more entertaining is just to see either the setters or the non-setters working those out-of-system balls up to the net better. You know, we spend a lot of the game in out-of-system play, and I think it's a under-trained skill. So out-of-system and a free ball again. On the net. We go back row to Lauren. Just long. Again, the arm out to the side just means the set was wider than where she anticipated and not able to get any spin. Things like this, I try to say to my players myself, that's not a technical error. There was nothing wrong with your arm, but you were just in wrong position to the ball, and then that has to be a change in decision. I cannot spike the ball as hard as I wanted if I'm not meeting the ball well. That needs to be tipped, that needs to be rolled, that needs to be managed. This is all part of learning. Free ball. Tries to be aggressive, tries to not make it easy for Munster Thunders. Can't be too harsh on that. Trying to make an impact for her team. But points are the most important thing. And now we're scored up at 17-all. Bukosi dropping that in short. Wonderful change up on serve. Slows the arm down just before contact. And again, 2 in a row. Santry Comets looking for a timeout. So for those of you watching at home, we are creatures of habit. Doesn't matter what sport, your positional sense is where you stand every week in training, where you stand every weekend during your matches, and to adapt from those positions, it takes a lot of thinking. It's unnatural, it's unnerving even at times for a final. But you see Bukosi exploiting that, dropping the ball shorter than what would be expected, and the reception struggling to adapt to it. Giving away all my coaching secrets here. I do have a rule that I like to apply to my teams, which is if we don't get the first ball side out on a float serve, is that we take a step higher. We try to get closer to the ball in the men's game, especially trying to see if we can get our hands on it instead. But it gives a different image for the server to look at. Maybe tempts them into trying to go longer over the top of the players, potentially leading to the ball going out. So Bukosi going longer, rescued by Lorin. Was wonderful players looking to get to that, but just needs an earlier shout. Up by Phillips, set by Caldum, out to Nicole, dug by the libero. We go outside to Lynch on the line, dig by Lorin. Set by Survey, another dig from the Munster Thunder libero. Lynch swings hard, maybe it was going out, but it was well defended. Setter Caldum just couldn't get back across into 4. Bagosi coming in with experience, showing how to drop the ball in, speeding it back up again on the last couple. Munster Thunders will probably be doing everything they can to keep this serving run going. Goes long this time, catches Song high on the shoulder. Free ball short by Caldum, up by Lynch. Goes to the middle, over the top. We're scrambling, it's still there. See if he gets the touch on the ball to send it over. Unfortunately, the hand following through until the net tip. So, despite this downturn from Comets at the end of the second set, put up a much bigger fight. Going till 17-17. Short by Nicole. Up by Sanchez, overpass by Song, goes out to Lynch, clips the net but not the antenna. Second free ball goes longer by Caldum, tries to take out Sanchez, going to the middle. Third free ball. Lynch gets the second attempt but pushes this one long. Those Santry spectators trying to get behind their team now. And definitely adds a little bit of something into the serve. Timeout by Thunders, trying to keep the lead, trying to keep the pressure on the Comet serve. So they are coming back, folks. 19 serving 22. And it might only be 1 point, but this 1 point can make a big difference. It either squares it to 20-22 or 19-23. I know which one I feel more comfortable with. Santry crowd getting involved. Love to see that. It's not just the energy on the court, but the energy in the stands that we love to see here. Shanked by Bagosi, but we're still there. Lynch trickles off the tape. Maybe Phillips thought it was going out. Song thought otherwise. And probably in agreement with Song, I think that ball was dropping. Serves long, but played up by Nicole. Swing by Phillips. Great swing into the long five. Again, if you're not familiar with volleyball court positions, the court is split into 6 zones. From the back line, we have 1, 6, and 5 split in thirds, and in the front row, we have 2, 3, and 4 going in an anti-clockwise position. Into the middle, dug by Nicole. Sets through the middle by Caldum, dug by Sanchez. Out to Lynch. The block again. Following the setters, no, the hitters, marvelously. It's number 17, Karina. But unfortunately, a lot of the Munster Thunder players is hitting long, and that flat trajectory just causes the ball to bounce around and ricochet. nice to see the crowd engagement. We always like to enjoy ourselves. We always like to put on a show. But obviously the majority of the show comes from the players and the crowd. We just give you guys the stage to perform on. Serving first set point in set 2 for Munster Thunders. Dropped short by Phillips. Good decision. Ball's off. Lynch takes a swing. And referee calls in. It was a really close call. That leads to Munster Thunders 2-0, 25-20 in the second. So Santry Comets putting up a much better performance in that second set. Still just some reception errors causing issues for them. Early and mid-set, you could see Lorin and Phillips starting to swing more at the ball. And that put them in a much better position. You know, mid-set ending up 17-17. As I said, we put the stage on for the players, we put the stage on for the spectators, but, you know, we want to get you guys involved as well. So here's our halftime show, if you can call it that. After a second set, we have some people from the crowd entering into the competition that they're trying to see, can they volley the ball into the setting target? It's a little low. 3 chances. Let's see if she can Goldilocks it. 1 too high, 1 too short. 2 chances, all right. Oh, that's close. The direction's perfect. It just needs height. It needs height. Not as easy as what the players make it look, huh? Great toss, confidence, bit of a je ne vois. Pardon my French. Oh, the crossbar! Connor Flood being a soft touch. Giving them a ball anyway, I'm sure they'll go home. And the nice thing is about these soft touch volleyballs, wonderful for school kids, but for those volleyball enthusiasts at home that love to play with the ball against the wall, definitely keeps the damage down. And I know growing up, my parents always complaining about the thudding of the ball off the wall. Definitely makes it a lot quieter. So coming back to our third set, this is it, do or die for Santry Comets. Now on the other side from the Santry spectators, they're going to have to really cheer to get their energy to get to all the way to the other side now. Obviously the Santry Calypso girls are on next and here supporting their fellow club compatriots. I've been in Santry Calypso training at times this year. They've asked me to come out, and you know, it's going to be an interesting final if you tune in for that here later at 2 o'clock. They have some quality players. Obviously, Marin really helps out in training. Kind of plays all positions for them. Definitely one to watch. Ilaria Pincenza was close to being MVP last year from my vote, getting beaten out by Viri, who just scored 16 points in the final last year. So big players for Calypso today, but let's get back to Comets serving up. One arm out of system by the libero. Well recovered by Phillips. Middle has the free ball. Coming out into 2. Ball pushed to the outside into 4, but just not enough angle on that by Lynch. Caldum on our second serve, goes after the libero again. Setter getting pulled to the right, makes that difficult to play that long ball. You know, a court is 9 meters wide, and to push that ball 9 meters when you're going backwards out to Lynch is really hard. So, you know, good serving tactic from Caldum. Goes again, short on Sanchez, goes over, recovered by Phillips. Perfect spot for Caldum. And middle goes long, Karina. Long past the defender in 6. And again, going after that libero. Ball long into 1. Well recovered by Nicole. Could have been a bit of a decision, in or out. Comes a long way to get the roll shot from Pipe. Ball going outside to Lynch. Big swing off the tape. Calm. Dispatches the ball out to Phillips. Great chase by Sanchez. Just couldn't get a touch on it though. And this is what we want to see. Attack versus defense. Speeding the ball up. Making it difficult. Defenders being there, slowing it down, saying, come at me. It is, unfortunately, a conundrum of volleyball players. That if you win the second set, I'm sure there'll be parts from Coach Erica Zattini from Munster Thunder saying to the players, come on, push, be motivated. But motivation is a very subconscious thing. You can't fake it. It's there or it's not. And going 2-0 up, sometimes really hard not to take your foot off the gas. And obviously, Santry Comets at 0-2 down. They either have to come out swinging or go home early. So, referee adjuding that the ball was in the net and not touched by the blockers. From my view, great call. Drop short on Phillips. Caldum's on the run. Swing goes long by Inez. Got in underneath it. We got Captain Ava O'Connor serving. Drops the ball short on Hughes in the middle of court. Goes back to Phillips. Great diagonal swing. Unlucky. Again, just the elbow dropping. No spin on the ball. Just those two little things make all the difference from the ball going inside the sideline, going that bit long. Great pass in by Nicole. Setter being sneaky, dumping that ball over, clean on the floor. Even as a back row setter, you know, staying down, staying under the height of the net. Love to see that. I'll try a couple of those tomorrow myself if I get on. Short ball on Lynch, couldn't get the ball up, making it hard for Eva. Even harder for Neem to get that ball over. Did what she could. But you got to let those go as a player and just say, you know, everything was hard. We go again. Better by Lynch. We get the set. We get the swing. Dig by Hughes is tight. Sent straight back over by Neem. Out to Caldum. Nicole going 4-4, turning the wrist. dug by Sanchez, gets her chance. Great tip short with the ball being slightly set behind her. Up by Nicole, blocked by Neem, recovered by Hughes. We go free ball. Eva on the run, gets the ball in front of Sanchez, who's able to just squeeze the ball. Needs to be a decision there from Karina whether she stays on the net or goes all the way to dig that. But again, wonderful rallies. Big breath out by Lynch, calming the nerves before she goes and puts all that energy into the ball. Up by Caldum, great up and down set, short distance, really allows attackers to swing their arm through that ball. So this leads us to Santry serving 7-4. Served by Karina, and rotation error called on Munster Thunders. Midland opposite Jude to be in the wrong positions there. Maybe just going that a little bit too early. So you have to start in whatever position you are in that moment on court. After the ball is served, you can move to wherever you want. Great ball out from Eva to Laura. Going back to Sanchez. Swings hard, but Ian, hate to say it, no spin, no win. So number 17, Karina to serve. Julia mispassing, sending the free ball over. Caldum, power tip from Sirvi, dug by Eva. Julia sends it over short, well done. Making hard work for Santry Comets. And this is why, you know, just sending the ball over makes it too easy for them. They run their own offense. Julia dropping that ball short in on the opposite, just causes a bit of panic. Set goes wide. Nicole can't adapt, and causing the error. Serve short by Neem. Passes well to Caldum. Long swing from Nicole. Just too sharp an angle for Neem to get a touch on it. Serving by Innes, great down the line. Sanchez putting it with a hand pass. Ends up with a Comet's free ball. Dumped by Caldum, but recovered. Just not expecting that ball to be hit by Lynch. Song being caught a little off guard, having a quick discussion with Lena saying, should I take that or do you take it? Sanchez to serve. It's flat, it's fast, it's an ace. So this time preventing the ace. Song goes long, right into the corner. Sanchez did well to take that. Pipe for Lynch, but just hesitates about jumping, worried where the line is, or maybe there's a player in front of her. Didn't fully go for it. Up by Eva, out to Laura, turns the ball into 4, Caldum on the move. Nicole coming through on pipe, this time having a shorter approach works better. O'Connor goes cross court. So O'Connor's really finding that long 5. As I said, we're creatures of habit. I think Song's in a great position, just isn't anticipating the fact that she might have to hand defend that ball, because most players will try to hit down a little more. O'Connor finding that long, definitely a strength of hers. Great pass by Phillips. Leaves the ball on the right side, gets the ball out to the setter, goes 4-4. Dig by Sanchez, dump by O'Connor. Song gets that ball out to 4. It's close, but it's nice to see them risking, wanting the attack. Long approach from Nicole. Oh, it's on the net, but it doesn't go over. So O'Connor serves short on Sierra. Ball goes wonderfully wide to Phillips, drops it short on the oppo Sanchez. Block touch from Lynch, recovered by Julia. Sierra with a tip in the middle, setters out. Lynch goes straight over on the free ball, taken by Son. Phillips touches the block this time. Referee sees it. Second dump by Calden, but read this time by Lynch. Dig by Nicole. Wonderful set cross court by Song. The roll from Caldum. What an amazing rally here, folks. Tries to go into the middle of court by Phillips. Swing by Lynch. Dug by Nicole in 6. To the middle. And big swing off the hands. Sierra loving that one. Has to be the rally of the match so far. Good long serve. Goes with the middle. Unfortunately, the middle didn't follow the setter, just causing that separation of distance. Setter not knowing where she is, tries to put the ball up, but the middle's too far away. This is something we see at younger ages. Middles have to work really hard at getting to their setters. You know, you have to think about it from a setter's point of view. They're looking up. You don't know where it is, where the player is, when you're looking upwards at the ball. So you really start to see the momentum swinging, the smiles on the Comet side. Fattini making the sub. 11 out O'Connor for 18 in. Pagosi. Sierra in the serve, on to Julia. We're on 3 meters. Ball goes wide to Sanchez. Great dig by Nicole. We get the out of system set. Just not far enough to get the swing. Up by O'Connor, swung. Great block touch by Karina, slowing the ball down, allowing Nicole to get the touch. And there's what we've seen earlier in the match. Phillips trying to turn to find that 4-4. This time, third time is the charm. So as I said earlier, great decision making by Phillips during the game. Just getting a bad touch the first 2 attempts. Nice to see her sticking at it. So this is timeout for Munster Thunders. We're now at 15-9. I don't think they would have expected that after winning the first 2 sets. I'm sure the Santry contingent in the stands are much happier with the scoreline now. Sierra serving again. Short on Bagosi. Ball's out of system. Free ball by Lynch. Short on to the front row outside Phillips. Caldum opting to go with the middle. Tip short on opposite Sanchez. There is a swing, but there is a touch from Karina. They do get the recycle. but not able to control it, making hard life for setter Eva O'Connor. Just can't get her hands on the ball. The referee adjudging a double contact. So Santry going on a bit of a serving run here. How long can it go? Bogosi out of system. Correct call from the referee. You know, it's clean from O'Connor, but just when you're going sideways like that, she's turning at the same time, just holding the ball as she's turning. If she gets turned before she touches the ball, I think she gets that out quicker. So Santry again. Bogosi this time putting it on the setter's head. We go through the middle. Up by Innes. Swing by Phillips off the hands. So Lena really starting to come into her own in this game now. It's the most important part, that you try to close out strong at the end. You don't want to give the opposition a chance to come in. And Munster opting for a setter change. Maybe trying to change the energy. We have captain Eva O'Connor coming out for number 6, Ivona. Up by Bogosi, but out of court, rescued by Lynch, over by Bogosi, in short on middle. Karina gets the ball back, tips on the setter, first contact of the game. Was probably looking for the pipe there with Nicole, but middle steps into free ball. And we go middle, turns it onto the sideline, too steep an angle for Innes to get to. Great turn by Hughes to keep that ball in. Big swing by Phillips. Having a bit of a hot streak right now. And again, all comes from, you've seen the first 2 sets, just Santry giving up the energy. It's a bit of a sucker blow every time you get aced. And now you just seen that last pass. It's high, it's long, but you see Hughes turning sideways, getting that ball, getting the arms in behind the ball, even though it's coming fast. First set opted to be dug. Go back to Innes. Dig by Sanchez. Tip. Dump attempt by Ivona. Block being there, being ready for it. If I was a betting man, folks, I'm guessing we're going to a Comet set here. It's going to make this 4th set spicy. Up by Nicole. Bit of miscommunication between 19 Phillips and 10 Hughes on who should take that ball. Quite often it'll be Libro stepping in to take it, but at the same time the ball did go a wee bit more to Phillips, so there's where the misunderstanding comes from. Set by Karina, swing by Innes, dug by Julia. Out to Lynch, standing long. We go pipe with Nicole. Bogosi just gets pulled to the right. Sanchez having to stop her approach. Great set by Caldum. I think Karina probably felt that the block was right in front of her, so opted to volley over. And again, Karina's doing a great job at getting right in front of the hitter. Just unfortunate that the spikers are going quite flat, and any sort of touch is really hard to direct downwards. Serve by Ivona. Nice to get that in and out of the way as your first serve in the match. Phillips showing not just effective on the right-hand side as the left-hand side. said, when that ball comes over your left shoulder as a right-handed athlete, it's kind of like in soccer and football, playing on the other wing as what your dominant foot is. Have to be a little bit better with your footwork to get there. Karina opting for the tip over the top of the block. Dug by Bagosi. Sanchez maybe not getting the cleanest of contacts, but you know what? Point is a point. And time out called by Santry Comets. Just trying to preemptively stop any sort of momentum comeback by Munster Thunders.
Ladies and gentlemen, the vibe here is wonderful. The volleyball is brilliant. The dancing in the stands is spectacular. The only people not dancing is probably the referees, who are very professional and serious. But I'm sure they can give us something. Adjudicated by the second referee to be a double contact. Again, was pretty good by Ivona. It's just not getting early enough to the ball to allow her body to be settled. Ball drops low, it's difficult. We got Lena on serve. Passes out of system, but put towards the net. Missed contact by Sanchez, dug by Hughes. Nicole tries to go into the cross wrist away, touched by Neem. Wonderful defense by Hughes, but it's tight. We're in scramble. Nicole tiptoes not to touch the net. Short ball by Julia. Again, nice option, taking at least one attacker out in the one-arm sprawl. And we go free from Ivona. High ball, goes back to Phillips. What a big swing into one. Just keep feeding this girl. Serves into 5, short on Bagosi. Sets off the net. Sanchez has to manage. Caldone puts a great up and down ball over the top of the block. Bagosi chases up by Ivona. Hughes receiving perfectly the free ball. We go to the middle to Karina. Great swing. Referee thinking about it, just out. Looks at his second ref, agrees with it. No touch on the block either. Captain Hughes asking the question. Referee looking at it, if my lip reading is good, saying no touch. Serve long by Lynch, too long. Again, Hughes doing a better job of just turning, watching the ball, watch it drop. Start to see some smiles, some cheers, some celebrations here from the Santry Comet girls. They're really getting into it now. Served by Karina, dropped short on Libero Julia. Set by Ivona. First big set and big swing, Caldum says. Not enough to beat me. Julia just doesn't get the setup, but Bagosi free balls into Santry. Goes for the high hands, just misses the block. We have another substitute coming in for Munster Thunders. 14, Neem Queely coming out for number 7, Eliza Martinez. Harbaugh. Unlucky. Always one of those difficult things to do in volleyball. Come off the bench and serve. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but it is one of my specialities, I guess, as a coach, because you never get time to warm up if you have to join in. It just serves me as a bench player coming in off the bench, but your energy's usually a little down. You get to chill in the corner, the energy drops. To come back in and match that intensity that's on the court is difficult. And Comets end up pulling a set back with another great serve. And it just makes this fourth set that little bit spicier. Because, you know, Comets, if they can keep that same sort of serving pressure, Phil swinging like a champion, Doom digging everything down the line that the Munster Thunders can throw at her. And if they keep this up, it's going to be a very, very tight affair for set 4, possibly hunting for set 5. And we're first appearance in our grand finals of Buzz. What have they got in store for us today? Obviously, we always know Buzz just doesn't bring the vibes. He brings prizes as well. With those antennae looking to see where the vibe is, to feel the vibe. There's the first one. How far can that arm go? He's going for the run-up. He's going deep into the end zone. The Ducky Devil supporters from earlier said, come over to our side, please. Buzz on the move, showing that nimble footwork. Gravitating down. Who's not to say Buzz doesn't go long, go deep. Goes with a grenade shot up and down. Last one, out of the pocket. Got a couple of t-shirts went out, and now someone is going home with the ball. Buzz just getting the shoulder mobilized for that last one. Hikes the knee, takes aim. Always a special appearance for Buzz whenever they come around. Fun for the crowd, going home with some prizes. Fun for the players, getting to watch. I'm sure they're concentrating on what their coach is saying. And hopefully, fun for you guys. Be better now if you're in the hall getting a couple of t-shirts. Maybe even going home with the ball. The tunes are on point today. Everybody in this arena grooving, the players, the coaches. I think even they're seeing a couple of hip wiggles from the referees there. As I said, this weekend, the 2025 Grand Finals is the best show in town. And if you're not here already, or coming here later for either our Premier Division Championship game or our playoff matches, get here tomorrow. We have the boys up. We have under 16, under 18, our men's Premier Final. which yours truly will be participating in. And running up the day with, again, promotion and relegation matches. So Bakosi lighting up set 4 with a big swing to start off. Caldum has been clean all game, just that twisting and turning makes it difficult for the ball to come out in a straight line. O'Connor to serve, goes short on Hughes. Caldum's on the run, goes out to Phillips, who finds that line over shot. Lynch making a good move over into area 1, but the ball just being rolled shorter than what maybe she expected. Can't get under it. Great serve by Caldum on Julia. Ball's tight. O'Connor did the right thing. She is back row. She can't jump and play it over. She went with one hand to rescue it. It was a good idea, but just stopped the ball on its path and brought it back. Correct call by the referee. Caldum goes after libero Julia again, this time passing well into the middle of court. Swing by Sanchez, touched by Karina, up by Hughes. We got a swing with Julia and Neen, unlucky. Really good timing. Was just more left of the player than what she would have liked to be, and causes that ball, fine margins, just to drop down off her right hand rather than going back on the opponent's court. Ball's passed out of the court by Lynch, recovered by Sanchez, free ball. Hughes delivers the ball perfectly on Caldum's head. Lena goes for the swing. Blocked. Nope, apologies. Referee adjudicating that it was in the net. We have 3 serving 3. Bagosi on the end line. Again, gets that flat, short serve. Hughes traveled a long way. Just couldn't keep the shoulders turned to the setter as she moved. Difficult skill. Great serve. Bagosi going in the same direction. Phillips takes it this time. Swing by Karina into 1. Dump by Sanchez. Short by Phillips, catching Julia off guard, but still alive. Goes out to Innes. Unfortunately, again, getting the attack timing right. Just going too steep on the swing, not clearing the net. So Bagosi on her 3rd serve, starting to influence this 4th set. Great pass by Phillips on Caldum's head. Karina has a great swing, but dug by Bagosi. Set was wonderful. Dispatched by Lynch, maybe going long, but coming quickly enough at Nicole that she decides she has to play it. Unlucky from Innes. Again, I like that idea, going aggressively with the ball into 1 on the free ball. So Bagosi really starting to extend this serving streak. Again, great pass to get down. I know it's not perfect, but it's a great pass. Keeps the ball alive off a tough serve. They end up going free ball, but they get a free ball back. Setter out. Libero sets. Short again. Makes it hard for the middle to transition and be an attacking option. Phillips with the swing and off the block. So tactically, everything worked well there for Munster Thunders. You know, took the middle out of the attack, made it more predictable on where the set's going to go. They got both blockers out there. Made it an advantage for them, having 4 hands over the net to stop that attack rather than 2. But Phillips just turning the ball across, getting that wipe off. Boghosi leans back on the pass. It's a little flat. This one successfully rescued by O'Connor with 1 hand. Swing by Nicole. Munster Thunder doing a great job on blocking, just not getting the reward. Phillips on serve. Pass by Lynch. Out of court. We're on scramble, free ball, short again on Karina. Makes it hard to approach. Nicole goes to the outside, scramble play by Julia. Again, setter out of play. Hughes comes in to dig set. It's tight. Nicole rescues it with the left hand. Lynch on the big swing. Must be a difficult situation for Karina. You know, she's getting there, she's getting all those touches, but they are going out. I wonder if she can go a step further on the line. Lynch, so far, enjoying turning the ball more back towards the line than the cross. Granted, easier said than done to ask middle blockers to get further out there. Pass on Colzum's head. Swing by Nicole. Cross into the diagonal. Just dropping inside the sideline. Very even affair in this 4th set. Probably nerves of both teams just feeding each other out at the beginning here. Pass on the left side. Ava O'Connor coming from a long way to get there. Gets her hands on it, the ball goes up and down, and Lynch turning that ball. Putting it between the channel, between the area 1 and area 6 defender. Sanchez on serve. Phillips with the overpass. Again, when serves come that fast, it's really hard to, you know, slow the ball down, to be quite passive with your contact. If you're too active in moving it, it will bounce up, maybe go over the net, and when you give Nora a chance like that just to throw the ball down, it's definitely advantage Munster Thunders. Free ball put in O'Connor's head. A little bit behind Nora on that one. Just like to see the setter turning more to put the ball in front of her. Enos on serve. 7 serving 10. It's fast, it's flat. Lynch is leaning but gets the swing off. Goldun goes pipe to Phillips. Finds area 1, dig by Sanchez. Going high out of system for Lynch. What an up by Song. Going wide to Nicole. Off the block touch. Sanchez going for the pancake. Just can't get there in time. That was an incredible diving dig by Song. This again. Now at 8 serving 10. Couldn't hold her nerve on that one. First serve was wonderful though, huh? So now we have Lynch on serve. 11 serving 8. Pass by Nicole. Khaldun goes back court to Lynch, out to Phillips. Finds that big circle in the middle where everybody's waiting. Just drops it in there. Lynchy looking for the cross ball on the song, pass short. High ball wide to Nicole, off the block. This time, going flatter. I believe it was O'Connor got the last touch on it. Timeout Comet. You just don't want that gap growing. So, a very nice timeout. Finish this game off in 4. They're going to go to the 5th deciding set. Served by Lynch, short on song, out of system, set by Nicole, leads to a free ball. Where's O'Connor going to go? She goes outside to Boghosi, rolls into 6th, dunked by Phillips. Cross by Nicole, tough for Julia, but recovered. Go middle to Siri. Small touch by Nora, recovered by O'Connor. Swing by Boghosi, off the block by Savory. Good positioning. A better attack. Obviously blocking an incredibly hard skill to master. The net being situated at 2 meters 24 for women. 2 meters 43 for men. So in relevance, it's close to the height of a crossbar in soccer. These players trying to get their hands up and over the net. Wow! I can't believe they managed to squeeze that back over. It's incredible. Do they get the reward for all the hard work now? It's dug up by Sanchez. We go roll shot by Boghosi. Finds that short one, but Song up to it. We go free ball again by Phillips, popping it super short on Boghosi. What can she do now? No approach. Unlucky. Calden made the right idea, not the block, to drop in. Boghosi just put in that ball longer. She's taking that 3-meter area as her defense responsibility. Boghosi pushing it longer than 3, hoping that some of the backward defenders would step up into that. Serve again by Lynch. Hard ball by Song, recovered. Just couldn't get that third touch. So you see the real differences in this 4th set is, you know, a strong serving run by Boghosi, a strong serving run by Lynch. It's out, just out. Great call. And obviously going on strong serving runs is really, really important. We're in volleyball here, we're kind of the opposite in tennis. You expect the team receiving the serve most likely to win the point because they get the first big attacking opportunity. So we call that side-out phase. As a serving, we call that a break phase. So opposite in tennis, you know, you want to break the other people's serve. Here, you want to break the other people's side-out, and you just start to pull the points gap away. Santry Comets looking for a sub. 27, Enos coming out. 21. And Lauren coming back in. Coming back in to starting off in area 6. Short serve by Nicole. Takes Lynch out of the offense. Set goes wide to Boghosi. Behind behind her, but she manages. We go free ball again, picking on that front row outside, trying to disrupt their approach rhythm. Sub for Munster Thunders now as well. Number 2, Nora, coming out. Number 11 going in, Laura Comet. Always hard to come in straight for serve. Let's see what she can do. Yes, great energy. Set goes up. Lauren comes through, has a swing. Yeah, unfortunately there was a cheeky net touch from Neem there. Got a touch on the ball, tried to push it back over, but continued the movement into the net. Unfortunate, especially she's been working really hard all game to get in front of the attackers, getting touches on the ball. Savory on serve. 11 serving 17. Munster Thunder trying to close out this fourth set. Not the best pass in the world, but, you know, passing is important, but as long as you can get missed, it's probably the bigger part of it. Anyone can come and set the ball after a bad pass, and as long as you get that ball over and score the point, everybody's happy. Serving by O'Connor. Goes to the middle to Karina. Great tip into 2. Love to see that. Smart play. It's just the reaction time is so difficult for Sanchez. Not a bad day at all, just difficult. Now we have Caldum on serve. Starting to come back. 12 to 18. Pass from Julia. Set goes high but off. Sanchez has to fix. Hughes also off the net. Phyllis deciding the free ball. Lynch puts it on the setter's head. He goes back to Bukosi. Puts the ball in front of it. And she can really accelerate onto it. Serve into 6, up by Hughes, goes wide to Lauren, dig by Julia, set up by Lynch, but too far off to get a swing, so they free ball. Up by Phillips, swing by Karina, great swing, but dug by Bukosi. Lynch goes for it, but long. Ball was just right on top of her head, maybe running slightly early there, Lynch. Gets the ball above her head, just pushes the ball high and long in a sort of a loop trajectory. But you can really work as an attacker to keep that ball in front of you so you can swing through the ball flat. Phillips serves on 1. Bukosi stepping backwards, just being slightly unbalanced when touching it. Hughes on the Caldum's head, Karina into 1, but Bukosi reads it. Maybe a little bit of a harsh call by the referee. It's not wrong in its sense, but maybe just a little harsh. Munster Thunders taking the timeout. So, what do we think here in the live chat? 14 serving 19. Getting tight. Is it going to get tighter? Santry Comet's going to come back. Phillips been on good serving runs in the previous sets. Can she close it up? Bukosi gets it inside the 3-meter line this time. Great swing away from the body from Sanchez. They get another bite at it. Lynch swinging line, block taking cross. Connor coming into the Libero exchange, but making a different sub here. This must be a serving sub. Neil Greeley coming out for number 6. Ivana. Coming up with the boot on the first one? No! The referee decides otherwise. So we have Karina now on serve. Joe Munster funders feel a little aggrieved by it, but you got to put it past you and go again. Ball going long on Bogosi. Misreads it, but it's still up. Line swing by Lynch. Out of system by Karine. Phillips goes into 1. Up by Karina. Khaldoum. Lynch with a roll shot into 3. Connor digging. And the tip. Back row. Correct call by the referee. Now scoring up to 16-20. So we got 17 serving. Lynch on pass. Goes through the dug by Phillips. Khaldoum has to push that ball to get to the net. No, she goes pipe. Wow, big swing into 1. Up by Bogosi. Swing by Sanchez. Kept alive by Phillips. Goes wide till Nicole. Over the top of the block. Block touch. Dig. We go free. And we go Lauren on the backside. Bogosi makes easy work of it. Lynch off the block, but well reacted. Second chance for Nicole in this rally. Takes the setter out. Sanchez steps in, taking over setting duty. And Lynch again just finding a way to tune the block. Trying to put this game to bed, but trying to do it too much. So we got Lauren on serve. Bogosi with the pass. Puts it on O'Connor's head. Lynch comes inside, the set being a little short. But just swings full on it when you're kind of wondering if the set's more inside and you're having to adjust a lot. Do you really swing at full power? Net trickler up by Lynch. Gets the swing, touch off the block. We go outside to Nicole. Has a line swing off the block, up by Sanchez. Talsi's working hard, but you can see her number 10 getting stuck on the floor now after that. Good long serve by Lauren. Makes life hard for Sanchez, hard for Lynch. Free ball by Son. Gets the net trickle. And just a little bit maybe surprised that she got the ball there. And second time out for Munster Thunders. Comet's coming back. Lauren serving again. Oh, Julia decided to leave it. Sanchez couldn't get out of the way. Happens sometimes with opposites when the ball's going out, but you know, they will often say opposites shouldn't pass. That doesn't mean you don't have to pass if the ball's coming right at you. Lynch gets caught high on the left shoulder. Saved by Bagosi, sends the free ball. Nicole puts it on Caldum's head, goes to Savory, tries with the left hand, was a little quick. Had all of position for him, wide open, so it was a great decision, just went too fast with it. Lynch serving, 22-21, up by Song. Brought wide, hand pass by Sanchez. No way! It was difficult. Bagosi thought it was her ball. O'Connor said, no, it's mine. O'Connor was right, because she got the point. Second timeout now by Santry Comet, so no more timeouts remaining. This is it, folks. Do or die for both teams. Munster Thunder, 23 serving 21. The question is, who is going to hold their nerve? You can't see it off screen here, but to my right, on court 3, we have Santry Calypso and DVC Lions warming up for their Premier Women's Final. Stay tuned for that. Lynch serving from one, trying to go short. Makes life really difficult for Santry Comets, but they get the ball back over. Set goes wide, but inside, rolled by Bagosi, dug by Phillips. Nicole goes aggressively. The referee thought about it. Big swing by O'Connor in the middle. They probably didn't expect that to be hit, but wow, well done. And this is first match point. Can Santry Comets find the side out? The Munster Thunder break and win. It's long on the Song. She puts the ball pretty much under Caldoun's head. Nicole finds the short tip over the top, dug by Sanchez. O'Connor goes aggressive again. The ball was in scramble situation. Maybe could have found the tip. So one match point saved by Santry Comets. Santry Comets needing to find 2 points unanswered to go into overtime. And there was almost one, ball going straight back over. Savory on the power tip, up by Sanchez. Chance to swing for Bagosi, dug by Nicole. Where are we going to go? We're going to Phillips. The tip into 4, but Bagosi reads it. O'Connor, unlucky again, just forcing the attack. Coach deciding on the change-up again. Lauren for Nora, number 2 coming in. So Santry have one, but it doesn't matter if they don't get this one. Great serve down the middle. Sanchez has the ball out of court. We have free ball chance. Dug in by Lauren on Caldoun's head. They go to Savory. She tips short onto Sanchez. O'Connor goes out to Bagosi for the swing. Dog over. We got an overpass and a recycle. Oh, I can't keep my nerve, people. Ball's definitely going to Bagosi. Has the line swing, but it's dug again. Phillips taking over. Drops the ball long on Sanchez. Ball goes out to Bagosi again. She rolls into the middle of court, showing experience. Lucky for the Santry Comets. That has nothing to do with technique. They're in a great position. It's great experience from Bagosi. She's tried that multiple times, winning points within this game of that short roll between the defensive line and the blocking line. Something the players need to be able to adapt and read on the fly. But wow, what a game of volleyball, people. My massive congratulations to Munster Thunders. Wonderfully played by Santry Comets. They give us a great final here today. They shouldn't be disheartened. They got all the way here. Put up a great game of volleyball. Thank you so much for joining in. And we hope to see you very shortly for our women's final. Coming up next.